Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Please relax. Now, we're going to be entering into a very beautiful session where we're going to be understanding about Surya Siddhanta, the details of cosmology, the cosmic bodies, and the happening of big bangs and black holes. Let us now listen to the revelations.
Listen. Knowledge empowers you, makes you respond differently to the world and problems of the world. Same way, consciousness empowers you. When you are inspired, when you are excited, when you are initiated, when you start practicing power manifestation, the consciousness you experience empowers you, makes you respond completely differently in a very powerful way for the happenings of the outer world. The happenings of the outer world does not damage, dent, impact your inner space. You live as Kailasa. Powerful. I tell you. Empowering yourself with consciousness, powerful cognitions, consciousness-based powerful cognitions and powers of Paramashiva is the best life. I am from the tradition, ecosystem which gave books like Surya Siddhanta. Understand? I want to tell you, for thousands of years we know the cosmos more than any scientist in the modern day. For thousands of years we know all these great truths. our lifestyle was established on all these great truths. Any simple priest doing puja in a village temple in India, who does the Sankalpa mantra, who knows absolutely more truths about the cosmos than many modern day scientists. Because the Sankalpa mantra, the Mahasankalpa mantra, he should know biography of the whole universe and geography, where he is sitting, and the cosmology, how the whole thing is functioning, and mainly the relationship between these three for his present moment of when he is performing, conducting this sacred ritual. The whole thing he has to know. Only then he can do Mahasankalpa. That is the beauty of this great tradition. The sun which you are seeing every day is described as Aditya, incarnation of Surya in Surya Siddhanta. Surya says, in my own reflection, I reflect myself like a Paramashiva reflects and extends himself as Parashiva and Aparashiva, and Parashiva reflects himself as Mahasadashiva, and Mahasadashiva reflects himself as Sadashiva, and Sadashiva reflects himself as Shiva. Shiva only we are all worshipping and meditating. So understand how Paramashiva reflects into Parashiva and Aparashiva, how Parashiva reflects into Mahasadashiva, Mahasadashiva into Sadashiva, Sadashiva into Shiva. Same way, Surya reflects into Aditya. Aditya only is seen by all of us through our eyes every day. So the galaxy which we are seeing as per Surya Siddhanta is not just Milky Way. All the known, imaginable, comprehensible, visualizable universe, whole Vyakta, manifest, is considered as Surya Mandala in Surya Siddhanta. Surya, as per Surya Siddhanta, whole known universe is Surya Mandala. All the manifest Vyakta is Surya Mandala. Avyakta is dark matter. So the whole manifest Vyakta, known universe, is going around inside Avyakta, that dark energy, on Mahakailasa. Mahakailasa is the center. The dark matter, the dark energy is the base foundation on which the whole known universe is going around. Whole known universe is going around Mahakailasa, floating in the dark matter. So everything manifested, Vyakta, is Surya Mandala. Now, what Tamal Tarundas has sent, that scientists have discovered, is you are talking more about Milky Way, the whole galaxy. But see, when you say Surya Mandala, you try to represent or describe the whole galaxy. But when I say the word Surya Mandala, I mean the whole known universe, manifest. So, if I have to map based on what science have try to understand, reach. I should introduce a new word, like a Turyatita. The word Turya is not complete enough, so I have to introduce the word Turyatita. Like that, now I have to introduce the word, not just fourth unit of time, the next level units of time. That's why I call it vertical time zone. So understand, the very interesting statement I wanted to make now. Listen, anything which exists goes round itself, can go round itself, its microcosmic existence, and it can go round its macrocosm. Very paradoxical statement. Listen. Anything which exists can rotate within itself, its microcosmic existence, and it can go around the whole macrocosm. So now, the next revelation is, even Kailasa, Paramashiva, is going round himself, means he is doing Swapradakshina, and around him the whole universe is going around. Listen carefully. So the next, it's not conclusion, it's revelation. Anything which can rotate within itself is the reflection of Paramashiva. If you can whirl and center your consciousness with this powerful cognition, this moment, you can connect with Paramashiva, who is center of the Kailasa. Listen. Paramashiva, who is center of the Kailasa, who is also going around within himself. Swapradakshina, Atma Pradakshina. Anything which is doing Atma Pradakshina, all its centers are one and the same. I am not saying connected to one and the same. No, I am saying one and the same. If you can whirl, what is inside your center is the center of this planet Earth, is the center of the Aditya, is the center of Surya, Aditya's ultimate version, is the center of Paramashiva, Surya's ultimate version. So, I am not saying all of us are connected, I am saying all of us are one and the same. Anything which can rotate itself can rotate macrocosm. Anything which can rotate itself in microcosmic level, who can do Atma Pradakshina, can do Paramatma Pradakshina, can do if you can do microcosmic rotation, you can do macrocosmic rotation. So anything which does microcosmic rotation, Atma Pradakshina, Swapradakshina, is center of the cosmos, Kailasa, Paramashiva. Your conscious intention is the principal manifestation, primary expression, core concept called you. Understand? If you are a concept, core of you is your conscious intention. You need to know, the good news is your unconscious mood swings does not matter. That is why knowledge, jnana, about what is right conscious intention is given so much of importance in Hindu tradition. That is why in Hinduism, the ultimate is called Veda, not Divya. Listen. The word Veda means knowing, knowledge. Divya means sacred. Veda, knowledge is sacred. Whether you talk about the cosmos, its principles, or planets, the principles in which planets exist, the being of the planets, doings of the planets, please understand, as your modern science teaches, planets are not like some dead mechanism just going round, round, round. It is all living energies. That is why Surya Siddhanta can clearly, precisely calculate and tell you whether the past astronomical incidents, miracles, mysteries happened, or the future which is going to happen, or even simple clerical predictions of the routine happenings like Amavasya, Purnima, eclipse, even those things, the precision with which they can calculate is extraordinary, because Surya Siddhanta recognizes each of these planets as living forces. Modern day psychology, Vedic psychology. Modern day medicine, Vedic medicine. Modern day physiology, Vedic physiology. Modern day cosmology, Vedic cosmology. The difference between this is only one thing. In Vedic tradition, everything is conscious centered. You are not biomechanism in Ayurveda, you are bioorganism. In modern day medicine, you are biomechanism. They don't involve the component of consciousness, whether to diagnose you or cure you or treat you or attend to your illness or support you in any form. End to end, conscious component is not accepted as the active part of their whole profession, end to end. Let me narrate this incident, then you will understand. Once my guru was trying to teach me the Surya Siddhanta. means how the Panchanga can be predicted and penned down. He was trying to show how the sun is center and earth moves around the sun and moon is around the earth, and the whole structure, including the sun, moon, the whole thing is also moving. He described in an elaborate way, and then he took a chalk piece, just drew some numbers on various parts of my body. The numbers belong to each graha, is directly connected to our internal organs. Each graha influences one of our internal organ heavily. And he drew that numbers on my body, and he drew that same numbers on external, on the floor. Explaining how when those grahas change, when those stars move, regular cosmic happenings like Amavasya, Purnima, how those things should be predicted or calculated. That is more like a calculation. It's not even prediction. But its influence on the humanity need to be predicted. Its influence on the individual's lives need to be predicted. My gurus were trying to map this whole science and explain this to me. I think almost the core fundamental structure of Jyotisha and Surya Siddhanta I am trying to explain. Chandaha padautu Vedasya astau kalpoda patyate Jyotishaamayanam chakshur niruttam shrotramuchyate sikshakranam tu Vedasya mukam vyakaranam smrutam. This is a very traditional verse. In any Gurukul they will chant this and make you repeat. It's a description. 6 angas of the Vedas in Veda Purusha's body. Jyotisham ayanam chakshu, meaning Jyotish Shastra is considered as eyes of the Veda Purusha. From this we understand that the Vedic astrology is as old as Vedas, or in other words, does not have beginning, anadi. This Shastra is also called Hora Shastra. Hora is an abbreviation of Ahoratram, meaning day and night. It means it is the systematic study of time and its components and parameters and its influence on physical, chemical, biological existence of what we know as life. Listen. One very funny incident happened when he was teaching me. I was so intensely immersed in his teachings. He was showing me, hey, this is Surya. This influences your brain thinking system. This is Rahu. He influences your liver. The actions liver performs physically, its influence on your thinking system, everything, if you map it to the description of Rahu, it will absolutely match. Guru, Brihaspati, is the decision-making mechanism which influences your will persistence, Agnya Chakra. Pituitary glands and its impact on your existence is directly Guru. He was explaining step by step how each of these grahas and their members and how they influence your lifestyle, patterns, everything. I'll repeat exact one line. He was touching that Rahu description of how he was describing Rahu and touched my body. Infused that Rahu energy in my liver. I could see immediately so much happening inside me. I just vomited, literally, physically. Felt so fresh, alive, relieved. Of course, after cleaning all that place, everything, my Guru has explained. Ira nepatta Ayul Neelandambi. In Tamil he said, if the liver is straightened out, life will increase. It is directly Rahu. Rahu is responsible for your longevity. Rahu can influence and put you in addictions and kill you, or he can keep you addiction free, or addicted to right habits and food and keep you happy, healthy for any long. This whole thing is related to your liver. If the liver decides to addict you for certain food, nothing can be done. Just by remembering that food, you will be forced Your whole system will be pushed to eat it. After eating, you will repent, but you will not stop eating. He said, integrity of the liver to the purpose of your existence makes you long, happy, healthily living. Because liver sends the signals about hunger and what kind of food you like, the taste, everything. The memories of the food and its taste flashing in your system and you being influenced to eat that same kind of food, timing, rhythm, everything is liver. When you don't understand the fourth unit of time, kalpa, you start developing very narrow vision about time, life, about everything. Anyone even intellectually understands the concept of kalpa, the fourth unit of time, is liberated from so much of fears. I tell you, the permanence of existence, perception about life absolutely changes the moment you understand this fourth unit of time. I'm just revealing some of the super conscious principles. I want a long Vakyartha Sadas to happen in every level. Understand? Because we are agitated, we don't think for a long time, because we don't think or try to understand the multiple units of time. We are just stuck with 3 units of time. That is why all our planning, all our ability to connect with the time, all our ability to understand time stops with the units of years. Whether you calculate for 10 year or 10 million year, whole thing is just within the unit called year. But if you understand the fourth unit of time, kalpa or yuga, the whole realization about you, life, everything will change. The sin of one life theory will lose its base. I call it a sin because of that one life theory. So much suffering for humanity. See whether the greedy way of generating the wealth by destroying the earth. It's like you are going to attend a competition, bodybuilding competition tomorrow, just to get the award or the winner title. You take steroids and show the muscles which is not really built by hard work through steroids or drugs. You are ready even to die day after tomorrow after winning the title. But Somehow you want to win the title. How? We need more gods for planet Earth, less human. But unfortunately, in Indian society, when you don't work, you only fall into tamas. Your body is trained. The food, thought currents, lifestyle, everything. Either you are active or sleeping, confused, lethargic, depressed, not in Turiya. But the food style, lifestyle, everything in Kailasa will be, you are unclutched, unclutched, unclutched. The more you are unclutched, more intensely active you are. More you are in Turiya, more active. More you are in Turyatita, more strategically active. Lifestyle, food style, everything. And understandings about life. I tell you, just this one principle, understanding the fourth unit of time. I am not even explaining the whole Surya Siddhanta. Surya Siddhanta explains not only the unit of Kala, there is something called where the Kala takes turn. Means Kala is described as the serpent eating its own tail. A snake eating its own tail continuously. That eating, how it just pulls its tail and swallows, that is called happening, event. I'll give you a small understanding about these events of time. Like how I explained the units of time, listen to the event of time. Earth rotates itself. Moon not only goes round the earth, it also rotates itself. Earth moves, rotates itself and goes round the sun. Same way, moon rotates itself and goes round the earth. And sun rotates itself and goes round the Mahakailasa. In this movements, listen carefully, the unit of time is dependent on the actions. Events of time is this self-rotation and going around another body, crisscrossing of that is event. For example, because moon goes round the earth and earth is going around the sun, this crisscrossing is the eclipse. At one point, this crisscrossing happens, means sun is covered by the moon or moon is covered by the sun. This crisscrossing, that is called events, eclipses. Same way, sun rotating itself and going around the Mahakailasa creates multiple events, not just unit. It creates multiple events. Units of time and events of time. In Surya Siddhanta, snake eating its own tail. Every swallowing is considered as event. A full snake body eaten by itself is called unit. So for earth rotating itself, there's a unit and events. Moon rotating itself, there is unit and events. Moon going around the earth, there is unit and events. Earth going around the sun, there is unit and events. Sun going around the Kailasa, there is unit and events. Now, let us look at only the fourth unit of time. The fourth unit of time is cognized by the mind which lives in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And even if all of you have not achieved the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, if you understand the principles from a person who lives in Nirvikalpa Samadhi and makes that as a lifestyle, you will enjoy all the benefits of the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. For example, Einstein's theory, all of us may not understand, but many benefits derived from that theory, we are all enjoying in our life because we decided to accept his theories. Same way, the fourth unit of time, this theory, all of you may not be able to grasp it, but if you decide to accept and enjoy, make this theory as a part of you, you will enjoy all the benefits of these truths, benefits of this theory. That is what I call living enlightenment. Till you realize personally, individually, as your own enlightenment, living it because your Guru has revealed it, making that as your vision because your Guru has revealed it, is living enlightenment.
Surya Siddhanta is one of the most beautiful revelations from Swamiji. See, like Swamiji explained, when Swamiji's gurus revealed it to Swamiji, it was an experience that was transmitted to Swamiji. It was not just it was not just simply telling. Like Swamiji said, it was an experience that was transmitted to Swamiji. See, Hindus have been such an advanced civilization. We were able to precisely predict the movements of planets, stars, the happenings, the cosmological events hundreds of years much before its actual occurrence itself. We were so advanced in what we did. We were able to precisely identify, we were able to see and predict everything in much more precision than what we have today, even with the so-called accurate weather or any other detectors. See, Surya Siddhanta can clearly, precisely calculate and tell you the past astronomical incidents, miracles, mysteries, or the future which is going to happen or even simple clerical prediction of the routine happenings like Amavasya, Purnima, the solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. Surya Siddhanta recognizes each of these planets as a living force. Surya Siddhanta is one of the most advanced revelation. It was written by Mayasura thousands of years ago.
How many of you feel like this is just the very first time you're even getting to hear such an advanced revelation and you have never heard like this before?
Like, actually, one of the most unique things that in the session when I was listening, Swamiji was saying, Aditya is an incarnation of sun. Sun is not as we know. And Swamiji explained how that as per the Surya Siddhanta, Earth is rotating itself, and it is as it is rotating itself, it's going around the sun. For the moon rotating itself and it's going around the earth, and for sun going around Mahakailasa. Each of these events, there is a unit time and there's a clear way of measuring these happenings. How many days does it take for earth to rotate itself? How much time does it take for earth to rotate itself? For Earth to rotate around the sun much before these modern day findings are there. We were very precisely, we were able to identify this. It is written in our Surya Siddhanta. Today we have telescope, we have satellites, we have so many things. Those days, there were no so-called modern equipments, but we were advanced in identifying these. How? We had the conscious energies that we were interacting with. Each graha, each planet influences one of our internal organs heavily. So their movements need to be calculated to predict their influence on humanity. Like, for example, if you are feeling extremely cranky or sudden extreme mood swings, Swamiji tells if the moon's gravity pull increases, we start experiencing extreme changes in our hormonal ups and downs. If you understand the fourth unit of time, what we call in Hinduism as kalpa or yuga, the time that is taken for sun to go around Mahakailasa, the whole realization about you, about life, about everything will change completely. You all should know we were so advanced in this whole calculations that much before Galileo, we had clear references. We have references to the word gravity. Isaac Newton didn't discover gravity. Hundreds of years, I should say thousands of years ago, before Isaac Newton, we have clear description of gravity in Rig Veda, where it is described as how sun attracts the earth, holds the earth towards it by a certain force, just like how earth holds human beings by a certain force. And they give an analogy to this, like saying how a horse is carried with a, held controlled by a rope, with the man controls it with a rope. Similarly, the sun controls all the planets around it with the force.
And this is more than 10,000, 20,000 years. Much, actually, I should say, like, based on the recent researchers, it's been established that these scriptures are at least 1,000,000 years old. At least. So these are almost million years old scriptures, which have this very clearly identified in it, very clearly described in it, much before our modern day equipment. We say that it was through the telescope, the solar system, the planets, all of these were discovered. But much before these discoveries, these inventions, our masters, our ancestors have recorded this, who all have had an opportunity to either learn about this before or you know about how advanced Hindus were and are in astrophysics. Take a few minutes and please post it in the chat if you were aware of this fact before.
And Sri Nitya Krishna Priyan Ayya has asked, what does it mean that events happen when solar and lunar eclipses occur? Swamiji actually beautifully explains this. See, every movement of the planets, the gravitational force, the push and pull of each planet has a certain influence over the planet, the planetary positions. Like how when the moon, right? When the moon is there, that's the best time for many alchemy to happen, like all the medicine related things. Like this, during the solar and lunar eclipse, the energy field, the energy, the gravity, the push and pull alters. That is why during the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, other than you connecting to Guru, nothing should happen, because Swamiji will especially tell you should not make any decisions. In our Hindu Shastras, there's a very clear description. During solar and lunar eclipse, you should not even eat. They say you should fast, you should only do chanting, you should only do all the things that connects, strengthens your connections to divine. Because
Understand? In all our Kailasas, that's our lifestyle. Like every Kailasa, even now, during the solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, we all follow this as a very strict lifestyle. We do not eat, and we all do the Mahavakya chanting. There is a specific lifestyle that Swamiji has prescribed for during the eclipse times, and we all follow it. And this is from our Hindu
and
scriptures.
also, most importantly, during the eclipse, there's a sudden surge. You will suddenly feel so inspired. Suddenly, you will feel extreme low. Swamiji tells during the gravitational force has such a significant change. The all the people will collectively feel extreme low. They'll suddenly feel like extremely low. The energy will be low. The body's digestion ability will also be very, very low. Body cannot digest. Body cannot digest emotions. Body cannot digest food. Body will be in extreme, like, see, it's like this. Suddenly, if let's say the current is plugged out, or I reduce the voltage of the current, the light will be on, but the intensity will be so less, correct? Something similar to that happens. I'm just trying to give a rough analogy to it, but something similar happens. Our energy goes into a sudden low. So you will not be able to experience or have the activities the same way that you normally or usually do. So during the grahanas, during the solar and lunar eclipse, you should just work on connecting with the divine. And each of those times, you will experience that intensity in your inner space, and it'll just anchor you, it'll just hold you. And all these, any cognitions you build at those points will become an experience, a deep rooted experience in you. You're understanding, yeah?
Anyone else has any other questions? I request all of you to put it in capital letters. Again, if we have missed, see, there's a lot of chats going on because of the power manifestation. So in case we have missed the question that you have posted earlier, we apologize for it. We request you to please repost it again with clearly putting in caps saying it's a question, so that we read out your questions and answer it. Please take a few minutes. It's a very, very important session the day we are having. Do we exist beyond Yuga? Yuga. You can exist beyond the Yuga when you cognize, when you establish yourself as Paramashiva. See, Paramashiva, Lingodbhava form, when the Lingodbhava form manifests, when Paramashiva manifests as huge light shaft. In the story, if you remember, the flower that falls from Paramashiva's ears actually gives a false witness. Remember, I was telling the story, right? In that, the flower will actually tell Brahma, oh, what one Brahma? I have seen 4 Brahmas before you. Means it's been falling for those many yugas. It just signifies, and every time a Brahma leaves the body, one more Brahma incarnates. That Brahma's skull only Paramashiva wears as his, the Brahma Kapala on his neck. He wears it as a huge garland of skulls. It represents how Paramashiva exists even during the deluge, even during destruction, exists throughout the whole existence. Understand? When you establish yourself, that's why cherish more and more powerful cognitions and consciousness-based existence. Every moment when you empower yourself, I am Paramashiva, from that let me operate. Simple thing. You're feeling sleepy, you feel it's night time, so I have to go sleep. I feel very sleepy. Declare, I am consciousness, and here I am here to be with my guru. And Swamiji is revealing such powerful cognitions for me. Now, as Paramashiva, let me declare, let the sleep disappear, it will disappear. I've seen many participants, there are many participants here who come from Europe time zones or Asia time zones, like from Malaysia, etc. And all of them sit sincerely. Many Chinese participants. I'm like so amazed how, despite of the time zone, despite of how difficult it would be, because it would be their midnight time, but they sit, participate intensely, and that's also through translation, understanding. So the more and more you cherish the cognition that you are Paramashiva, you are consciousness, the effect of time, the events will not have its effect over you. Understood? And just to
Oops, sorry. See, your existence as consciousness is beyond the form that you identify. See, the question itself, Ma, you actually exist not for yugas. You have existed before time. You exist even after time. The whole cycle, planet Earth creates and it gets destroyed. The whole cycle, you will exist. There's a very beautiful line from the Bhagavad Gita, the second chapter, the 22nd verse. Krishna tells, Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihtani naroparani tatha sharirani vihaya jirna nyanyani samyati navani dehi. He tells, as just like a person who sheds the worn out garments and wears new one. Likewise, at the time of death, the soul casts off its worn out body and enters into a new one. Swamiji gives a very beautiful explanation of this. Every time I talk about death, I visualize this one example. Imagine a room full of mirrors. You have a circular mirror, you have a tall mirror, short mirror, you have some weird shaped mirror. So the room is filled with mirrors. In the center, there's a sun or there's a source of light. Now, every mirror reflects the light. The short one reflects the light, whatever way, right? But everything reflects the light. The mirror is the body. The source of light is Paramashiva. The reflection is what you think as you. The problem is, the mirror starts thinking, the light starts thinking the mirror is it. Instead of realizing it is just the reflection on the mirror is just reflecting. You are a reflection of Paramashiva. That is why Swamiji tells that. So you, as a reflection of Paramashiva, exist eternally. You do not have an existence that is limited. That is why in Hinduism, Swamiji tells very beautifully, the first ever declaration in Hinduism, it starts with Shrinvantu Vishve Amritasya Putraha. Means, you listen, O sons of immortality. The introduction you are given to you about you is not that you are a sinner, not that you are a descendant of some original sin. You are the descendant of the divine. Because in Hinduism, fundamentally, whether it's an animal, whether it is whether you call a terrorist, whether you call a man, you call someone a murderer, you call someone a sage, everyone ultimately is a reflection of that consciousness. So imagine that sun existed before time. It exists. It will exist even after the so-called time ends. It is beyond the boundaries of anything that applies for the mirror. Now, the problem is, if you associate yourself to the mirror, you will not exist for more than a few hundred years. Nowadays, it's just 70 years is average lifespan. If you realize you're only a reflection, even when you leave this body, you will realize the mirror, it's like a breaking of the mirror. So just because the mirror breaks, the other mirror will reflect the light. So you assume another form and you continue reflecting. But you are not the mirror, you are the reflection. So if you understand this more, you will understand you exist not just beyond yoga. Time does not bind you. You exist beyond all your understandings of time. So Ma Hongzu is asking how to understand and experience my center inside, your center inside, the center of Paramashiva and center of Mahakailasa is one and the same. Okay, a very beautiful question. Swamiji gave a very beautiful answer to this. For one of the Gurukul kids, Swamiji said, through your ups and downs, your whether you're having sudden up, you're having extreme depression, revisit all those moments. Okay, whenever you're going through mood swings, whenever you're suddenly feeling extremely angry, or you're fighting with someone, or you're feeling extremely insecure, or something very bad is happening to you, at those moments, with conscious, like completely consciously, you need to do one practice. Just sit at every moment like that. Look in. Through your most happiest moments, there is one part of you which is not excited. Through your most saddest moments, there is one part of you which is completely unaffected. Through your worst fears, there is one part of you which is completely unshaken. Every one of us have this. Even if you think you're the most failure person, even you have this. Every one of us have this. Recognize that part in you. Forever, that part in you. Whenever, even now, all of you just look in, shed away all your fame, name, identity. Leave all those layers. Go deep. Inside you, there's a core part of you which is just in bliss. It is neither too excited about the ups, it is nor too pained about the downs. Nothing, ups, downs, relationships, love, pain, joy, anger, jealousy, nothing touches it. It is forever sitting in that blissful state. That core component of you is Amritattva, the Paramashiva wax in you. That core component of you, what material it is made of? It is the same material Paramashiva is made of.
Actually, this very powerful cognition Swamiji had given to us. To experience Paramashiva as our own father. I know we keep sharing about stories that we go through. Small up and down. See, we in Gurukul, the lifestyle, the standard of life. Life is completely different, right? Personally, Swamiji attends to it. Oh my God. So there's one or two Swamiji took all of us for a walk. And just a small group of us for the morning satsang. And Swamiji will be walking, going, Kailash, you definitely know what I'm talking about. And he'll go ever. So we don't use plastic as much as possible. We don't use plastic. Personally, Swamiji will pick it up. Swamiji will himself most humblest person ever. Like the kids that were there, Swamiji is asking them, telling them something, your high, your joy, your bliss, all or through your lows. Son, the whole Gurukul listened to this 2-3 times. And Swamiji got his back with Swamiji, and Swamiji went to the temple, came back, came to the satsang hall, and Swamiji sat. And all of us, all the Gurukul kids have watched that one satsang the maximum number of times. And like we all had written it, I think sharing about it, I just remembered. Because this is the way how Swamiji teaches us. Like even through the smallest things, smallest thing, Swamiji would like just be sitting in the courtyard, sipping a cup of coffee with its light drizzle, and just that one smile, cash, cognition. And
Ma Hongzu, so just wanted to share. Apply this one blissful state is, yes, see, for each of you, meditate on this. This is called Angushta Matra Purusha, thumb-sized consciousness. All of our consciousness is the size of a thumb. That's all. In size of your thumbs, right? In that size, wherever you feel, just meditate on it. Swamiji says it is not designated to one single region. It can be for each person, it will be in a different place. Wherever you feel that immortality component of you is there, that is where your Angushta Matra Purusha is residing. The space of oneness with Swamiji. Very nice to see Ma Jnanapara Shakti saying this is a supercognition. Very exciting to learn about all this. And Sumita Soma is saying, and Jnanapara Shakti Ma is saying it's so refreshing. And Jessica Martin is saying, love this. So very nice. Glad that all of you are enjoying it. And if you all have any further questions also, you all can ask.
See another question. Milind Padkeyaya has asked, how do we know which planet we should worship and express gratitude to? Keep each of our body organs at its peak performance, such as heart, brain. Can we achieve this by remembering my existence as consciousness and I am Paramashiva, please? Thank you. Okay, beautiful question. Milind Padkaya, first thing, Swamiji has revealed this in detail, where Swamiji has actually mapped. If you listen to some of the earlier satsangs, especially 2009, 10, 11, this time frame satsangs, there are multiple different satsangs where Swamiji has given this kind of a mapping. One more easiest, most simplest way. When you have deep feeling connection, simple Sorry, I think we lost the audio in between. I hope now you are able to see us and hear us clearly. I'll just repeat it once again, apologizing for the technical glitch. See, just have simple integrity, simple attachment with Swamiji. No graha doshas can even touch you. There was one sannyasi who was having strong Rahu dosha on her. And it was very strong according to her horoscope. It went up to the extent that she can have some gory accident and even die. She had not seen it before this. And she had just then, Swamiji was in the courtyard. And Swamiji called a few of the sannyasis. So she was also part of that group. And she came in. Swamiji told her that Rahu, Swamiji could very clearly see, Rahu was just running and chasing to just catch hold of her. But the moment she entered into the courtyard, that Rahu, because of her connection with Swamiji, Rahu could not touch her. And he could not even cross the gate to come in. And Swamiji said, if you go and check now the horoscope, you'll see before you coming here, check and see what your Rahu dosha was. And now you go and see what Rahu's position is. You would see Rahu cannot touch because the Guru's energy becomes so high just by the feeling connection. And actually, that's what had happened. Understand the power Guru has. We have Paramashiva with us as our Guru, the ultimate cosmic force. Have simple integrity, simple attachment. As much as possible, be a part of Kailasa. When you do the Kailasa Seva, either as an apat sannyasi or by at least volunteering. All these different, or becoming Sarvangapita Yajaman, Sarvangapita Karta, through some way, somehow make sure you're part of Kailasa. That's the best way to keep the simple integrity, simple attachment alive. Otherwise, we may be thinking, okay, I'm in integrity, I'm having that feeling connection, but we would not be aware when that slips away. Mind is like a soap in bathtub. It keeps slipping away. It's not under our control. But when you start doing the seva, when you start doing the Kailasa seva, you would just see how Swamiji grounds you inside you. Swamiji says one of my favorite ones. Like recently, one also Swamiji said, when you inhale and the breath goes inside, it touches Paramashiva and turns out and comes, and you exhale it. Swamiji said, deep inside of you, where the inhalation goes, touches and comes out as exhalation, that is the exact spot where Paramashiva is hiding and sitting inside of you. Meditate on that part. You would identify, you will just realize where Paramashiva is hiding and sitting inside of you. Sorry, thank you. I was giving a long answer. All of you can post your questions.
And also, Lita Seges asked about, do the impact of solar or lunar eclipse depend on our patterns in completions? Example, if you're complete and keep breaking our patterns, the planetary events will not affect us negatively. Is that how it works? And there was one more question also about if solar or lunar eclipse is happening in another region, will you get affected if you're not in that region? I'll answer both. Firstly, pertaining to the regions, the way as per how the Panchangam describes, right? In your geography, when the solar or lunar eclipse is happening, the impact is maximum. See, around the world also there's a certain impact, but in that particular geography, because of the position, the alignment of planetary positions, that particular region will have the maximum impact. That is why during those times you should focus on feeling connection. And Malita Segi, coming to your question, see, you can do completion, all of that. It's very good. But the thing is, our strength, our will is not so strong. Imagine you sit and start writing your incompletion. Suddenly you'll remember your angry spouse who keeps yelling at you, who you feel like very incomplete about. Our will is not strong enough to declare and boldly complete with that. Most of the times we fall back to incompletion and it's very difficult to come back. You have to complete, you have to work. It's good to complete. But even better is just soaking yourself in feeling connection and gratitude. That is why on the Grahana days, fasting and chanting the shlokas, feeling connection with the divine is extremely recommended. Like just chanting Mahavakya and connecting to Swamiji. Swamiji tells at those moments, when you just visualize you're one with the cosmos, you're one with Swamiji, you will experience that whole space manifesting inside of you. So if you ask me, I'll tell you, leave completion, all of that is secondary. Best way is if you just sit in feeling connection. Okay, so anyone else has any other questions? You all can post. If not, we can continue. I think we've gone pretty long. I think this is a topic we can never stop talking about. We actually have a lot of things to learn.
And the one topic that no one can ever stop talking about would be experiences with Swamiji. If we start, I think it'll keep going on and on and on.
All right.
Ma Wang EUE is asking, Ma, is the best way to be oneness with Swamiji's chanting Mahavakya? Chanting Mahavakya can help you, Ma, but the best way is to be with Swamiji. Literally, if you ask me, living with Swamiji is one of the best, easiest way, because you will experience the physics, chemistry, biology, all three of guru-disciple relationship. Understand, when you are living with Swamiji, he takes care of the whole thing. You have the ecosystem. You have Salokya Mukti, you have Samipya Mukti, both. And you also can start living from wherever you are. Start practicing the lifestyle that Swamiji has given. Now, for example, doing yoga every day, doing puja every day, and become part of Kailasa. Now, from wherever you are, you can probably start. Become an Apat Sannyasi, become a volunteer, just anywhere. So, becoming part of Kailasa is one of the easiest way how you can experience strong connection, feeling connection with Swamiji. So, my Istak is asking, what do you mean by living Swamiji? Is it available now? Only for sannyasis? Yes, it is available. Anyone who takes a sannyas can get to live around Swamiji. You get the training, you are empowered, and you are taught the lifestyle, and you get the great boon of living around Swamiji. So anyone, whoever, we have a few people who already declared and taken a Papat Sannyas. Any of you, I see many participants here who have the sincere seeking. All of you, don't even wait for some Shubha Muhurta. That will never happen. Swamiji says, you should never take sannyas calculating, thinking, oh, should I do this first? What will be the pros, cons? No, it is just jump in. That is the best way anyone can experience sannyas. Only when you jump in, you are opening yourself up so powerfully. You experience the cosmos immediately. You will be the best sannyas.
Yes. See, every time you experience, every time, whenever you had doubt, oh, whether this planetary position has a certain impact, this planetary position has a certain impact, every time, come back, err back on feeling connection with Guru Bhakti. That will just lift you up to the highest consciousness, and you will just experience so much of transformation in your inner space. This is what is conscious sovereignty. Understand what we are experiencing now, what we are discussing right now. This is the real conscious sovereignty where you're not touched by any ups and downs of anything that is happening externally. You are just manifesting that space intensely from within. That is exactly what we call as conscious sovereignty. Whenever you manifest that space of conscious sovereignty, you will experience complete completion. So understand, every time you need to manifest that space, you feel like something will have an impact, something from outside is going to impact you. Go back, connect to Swamiji from within. That consciousness in you, call that consciousness cosmos, Paramashiva universe. Ultimately, it is Swamiji sitting inside you. That part of you, that core component of you is Amritattva. Connect to Swamiji from that, and now we will be understanding about what is conscious sovereignty. How does one manifest conscious sovereignty, and how one experiences the conscious sovereignty from within.
Sorry, I'm just seeing one more question that Jessica has asked, how do we volunteer? How do we volunteer virtually? Yes, you can virtually volunteer. You don't need to physically go anywhere. Virtually itself, you can directly volunteer. We have a volunteering link, Ma. We will send you the volunteering link. We'll have the support desk team to post the volunteering link in all of your rooms now. So all of you can sign up, and make sure you give your WhatsApp number if you have, so that the team can immediately reach out to you and you can immediately become part of Kailasa virtually becoming part of Kailasa and starting the sevas. And you would see right as soon as you started, how you become more and more spiritually deeply connected to Swamiji, and you start manifesting him through you. So Jessica Martin will have the support desk team immediately send you the link in a few minutes. So keep an eye on your chats. Now let's enter into the next session where Swamiji explains about conscious sovereignty.
Listen. Conscious sovereignty for all beings, not just human beings, for all beings. Conscious sovereignty for all beings is the purpose of all the beings, and that is the purpose of Paramashiva's manifestation as Guru, as Linga, and as Sangha, Kailasa. Paramashiva manifests as Guru, incarnation, Nijavatara, as Linga, Archavataras, and Sangha, Kailasa, for making every being experience conscious sovereignty. Conscious sovereignty is the purpose of your existence. Making you experience conscious sovereignty is the purpose of my existence. Experiencing conscious sovereignty is the purpose of your existence. Making you experience conscious sovereignty is the purpose of my existence. Understand? A person who realizes his conscious sovereignty will be an amazing being, enlightened being. Radiating all the best things of life. Health, wealth, a beautiful interpersonal relationship, not just with his family and team, with the whole nation he lives, with the whole planet Earth he lives, with the whole existence he lives. Whole Hinduism is focused. Whole Hinduism, when I say whole Hinduism, I mean all sampradayas of Hinduism, all traditions of Hinduism, all orders of Hinduism, all sects and subsects of Hinduism focuses on making every being realize conscious sovereignty. Understand? The truths I am talking today is the pure Nirvana Diksha. Listen carefully. Your reality means Jiva Tattva, Jiva Satya. Your existence's reality is conscious sovereignty. And with that same realization, you are a conscious sovereign being. Relating with Paramashiva is the love centered on oneness. Paramadvaita Bhakti. You know, you are conscious sovereign being, and your Guru is conscious sovereign being. As you love you, you love your Guru. It is due to the oneness you feel with your Guru, you love him deeply. Jiva relating with Ishvara should be through this Paramadvaita Bhakti. Ultimate oneness centered Bhakti. First. Second, your Jiva, soul, which declares conscious sovereignty over this Jagat world, manifests most powerful existence and life, Ishwaratva, over this whole existence. That is the core principle, truth, from which all power manifestation happens. So understand, you declaring your conscious sovereignty is jnana, knowledge of the truth. Yukti, powerful yukti, and buddhi, powerful knowledge. You, with that same realization of conscious sovereignty, in love with Paramatma, Parabrahma, Parandama, Paramashiva, Paramburul, the Guru, who gives you this knowledge, having oneness and love with that being, is Parama Bhakti, the ultimate Bhakti. You declaring your conscious sovereignty over this Jagat is Parama Shakti, ultimate power. Listen. You declaring conscious sovereignty, realizing that as a reality, deciding to live it, is Buddhi, the greatest Parama Buddhi. You, with that same realization of conscious sovereignty, connecting with your Guru, loving him as you love you, because you are also Paramashiva, he is also Paramashiva, in that oneness, loving him is Parama Bhakti. You declaring your conscious sovereignty within you and conscious supremacy over this Jagat is Parama Shakti, power manifestation. Listen. Physics of the conscious sovereignty is all about building body with a spiritual stamina to hold the conscious sovereignty and radiate the conscious sovereignty. Listen. I'm just filled with the Paramashiva space. The me I am experiencing in me is the cosmic me, the Paramashiva. And I also know the me you are experiencing in you right now is also part of the Paramashiva's me, cosmic me. With this deep love of oneness, you are Paramashiva, I am Paramashiva. We both put together is part of Paramashiva. He has filled me, awakened me, enlightened me, manifesting in me with that extreme joy, ecstasy I am sharing with you. Raw, naked truth as it is. As it is. Conscious sovereignty is the manifestation of bioenergy of superconscious existence. The pure superconscious existence is Paramashiva. His own bioenergy manifesting is the initiation given to you, the Shakti Pada and Shaktini Pada given to you. Listen. To receive Shakti Pada and Shaktini Pada, you don't need any pre-qualification. The only thing, you just need to trust me as I am introducing me. That's all. Listen. Listen carefully. When Arunagiri Yogeshwara, my guru, when he was giving me some initiation, it was an initiation related to astrology science. When he gave that initiation so clearly, with such detail, I understood the science of astrology. So I asked him, before you gave me darshan, you see, before Arunagiri Yogeshwara gave me physical darshan and started initiating me, I was taught many sciences by other gurus like Raghupati Yogi, Narayana Swami, Kuppammal. Many of them taught me many different sciences. I asked Arunagiri Yogeshwara, can you give me initiation in those sciences also? He just laughed and said, when I gave you the Shaktipada initiation, what did you think of me? Arunagiri Yogeshwara asked me. I said, you are God, Shiva. That's all I know at that time. At that time, I know Arunachala is Shiva. And Shiva himself comes as Guru and gives you initiation. I was simply clear about it. It is too simple and too straight. And simply clear about it. I may have some laziness problem when Raghupati Yogi comes and wakes me up, takes me to temple for yoga, I will throw a little tantrum. All that is too small. But my cognition about my gurus were very clear. I told Arunagiri Yogeshwara, I know you are God, Arunachala, Shiva. He smiled and said, that's all you need for the Shaktipada to work. Then he asked me, when Raghupati Yogi initiated you, what did you think of him? I said, naturally, Shiva, Arunachala comes as a guru and initiated me. That's all you need. The initiation he gave, the initiation I gave, both are one and the same, because the person who is receiving is very clear about from whom he is receiving. When you are clear about my existence, the Guru's existence, when a disciple is clear about the Guru's existence and Guru's declared identity as his cognition about the Guru, simply the Guru's initiation, Shaktipada and Shaktinipada, works on disciple. Then he asked me, when Kuppammal initiated you, what did you feel about her, or what you decided to feel about her? I said, there is no such thing as decision. I just know she is Parashakti. Parashakti came to me as my Guru and initiated me. He smiled and said, but sometimes you fought with Kuppammal, you threw tantrum. Especially when she makes me drink that bitter aushadas to clean my body, to detox me. I will do all tantrums. He asked me about it. Arunagiri Yogeshwara asked, you fought with her, you threw tantrum. I said, the tantrums are my inability, but I am very clear, she is Parashakti. Came to initiate me and give me all the best things of life. He said, that's all. That's all you need to receive the Shaktipada and Shaktinipada. He said, I don't need to reinitiate you because you are very clear. All those gurus who initiated you also are Paramashiva, God, Shiva, Arunachala, ultimate. See, at that time, the word I know for the ultimate is Arunachala Shiva. Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva. That is the word I know for the ultimate. Now I am using the word Paramashiva because in Agama, Paramashiva uses that word to describe his ultimate existence. So I am using the word Paramashiva. But at those days, the ultimate, the word for the ultimate, I know, the Paramborul, I know, is Shiva Arunachala. So, he made it very clear. I don't need to reinitiate you because you decided to trust what they declared about them and connect. That is enough. The initiation will simply work. I tell you, please listen. Whoever trusts my declaration about me, my existence, how consciously I exist, what is my identity, how I operate, what is my inner software, what is the agamic structure. See, I exist as Paramashiva Paramborul, the ultimate pure consciousness, superconscious existence, the ultimate will, Parameshwara, is manifesting. I just know this is the truth. And I also know the Panchakritya, Srishti Sthiti Vinasa, Prabhava Anugraha, the creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, putting in delusion, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. This Panchakritya Shaktis manifesting in me, and the unmanifest existing in me, I just know. From this space, how I introduce myself, about my gender, about my love, about my existence, about my operating system, about the dharma with which I deal myself and all of you and the whole world and the universe, how I see all this. Elaborately I have explained multiple times, I continue to explain. Whoever decides to connect with my declaration about me as Paramashiva, I bless you all and shower you all. The ultimate Paramashiva will manifest in all your life in every level. It can be as simple as you want high-speed internet connection to watch the satsang, or you want to get rid of your simple headache, or you want enlightenment, or you want third eye power manifestation, any level. You simply receive the bioenergy, Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, biomemory, muscle memory of Paramashiva. manifesting in you empowers you, enlightens you, elevates you in every situation, every level of life. Human beings should focus on manifesting their conscious sovereignty and creating an ecosystem where they can support themselves and others to manifest the conscious sovereignty. Understand? I want to tell you one powerful teaching I received from my Guru, Arunagiri Yogeshwara. See, my Guru, extremely loving and caring. Extremely loving and caring. The amount of love, care, energy, best things he has showered and showering on me is unimaginable. Same way, extremely stern means ferocious to correct me. I still remember one incident. I carried food for him from home in the brass vessel. Fortunately, we have got that vessel. My mother saved it and still we have. That vessel is directly touched by Arunagiri Yogeshwara. It is there with us. He ate from that vessel and he gave me few morsels of food and I also ate. While eating, few grains fell on the ground. Then after a few minutes, he washed his hands, I washed my hands. We both were sitting and talking. That few rice grains fell on the floor. Few ants have come and they were trying to take it. I was shocked to see the ants near him to protect him. I wanted to kill that ants. So I was about to kill. He immediately, very ferociously stopped me and said, "Do you see? The ants are not even coming near my body. They are just taking their food and going. They are only coming and picking their food and they are going. They are not coming near me." I said, "Yes." He asked me, "Then why are you trying to kill them? See, if they are coming towards me and you're trying to kill them, it can be justified. Yes, protecting Guru is the highest dharma. Nothing else is a dharma. Protecting Guru is the highest dharma. All other dharma is next. Yes. But you are seeing very clearly they are going in a different direction. They are not even coming anywhere near me. Don't you see?" Just your casual decision to kill them, you are trying to justify, cover it up. Even inside you, as a protection for Guru. I saw very clearly. I just got irritated about those ants being there. I did not want them. I want to throw them out. That was the instinct with which I took the decision of killing or driving. But when he questioned me, suddenly, spontaneously I told, it is to protect the Guru. Having one intention and uttering another on intention is cunningness. That's what he exactly taught me. He said, cunningness is mental disorder. Oh God, it was a shock for me. Listen. He said, your intention to kill those ants was more like a casual. They are powerless creatures. What they can do? Just to show your power. And you did not even completely look in, get involved, whether they are really harmful to the Guru. You just want to brush them aside because you got irritated or whatever may be the reason. Or even no reason, just casually. But when Guru asked, you suddenly changed. Even you started believing inside. So spontaneously you created the false intention, the wrong lie. Such spontaneous lie not only you uttered the lie that you wanted to protect the Guru, that is why you are trying to kill the ant, even you started believing it. He was so ferocious. Of course, I understood and immediately I apologized to him. Yes, Bhagavan. Yes, Swamiji. Then he told me, do you know how many janmas that ant has to take to grow from that single cell to the ant body? All these years, that ant worked for its conscious sovereignty. He used the word Siddhi. Atma Siddhi. He used the word. The ant worked for conscious sovereignty. And by this food touched by me, Arunagiri Ishvara, touched by him, if the ant eats, it is going to just raise its consciousness much more and it may just have a next birth itself as a human body. And how can you interfere in that flow of elevation and kill an ant? Actually, I tell you, this incident woke me up to the reality of dharma and karma. We should make all decisions based on dharma, not on social comfort and material world comfort and cunning strategies. I could see very clearly how we make cunning strategies based on situation and never based on dharma, the right. What is right? Many times we don't even want to spend time to know what is right. Easy way out. What is easy way out? And what is the way best we can get out of a situation? I was shocked how just for our easy way out, we are ready to kill life. Conscious sovereignty is the source declaration, the cause for unmanifest to manifest. Listen. The unmanifest, Paramashiva, when it starts manifesting, the conscious sovereignty is the source theme mixed with bliss. Bliss is a lubrication. Conscious sovereignty is the source will through which the unmanifest becomes manifest. Listen intensely. Yesterday I was telling, even in an atom, cell, all these unit level existence, molecules, see, different field it is. In biology you call it a cell. The outer world science perceives molecules, cell, atom, all this from different external, rational, logical, analytical mind and perception. I am talking from the revelations of the greater science called Hinduism. The cosmic science. In the cosmic science, the unit of existence, the unit of existence, in cosmic science we call it as Tattva. The Tattva, in the modern science, you call it, in each field you have a different unit, the core unit. In some fields you call it a cell, in some fields you call it as atom, in some fields molecules. But I am talking about the cosmic science. In cosmic science, the unit of existence is Tattva. The core Tattva, unit of existence, the unmanifest is more than 99.99999%. The outer world science also, modern science also agrees, even in the atom, unmanifest, that vacuum is 99.999%. Only very small, that existence of neutrons and protons. The modern science explains from a different angle. You listen to the truth from the cosmic science. The unmanifest existence of you decides to manifest out of his conscious sovereignty. So, the conscious sovereignty cannot be lost, even if you think it is lost during your manifestation process. The manifestation process cannot take away the conscious sovereignty from you because conscious sovereignty is the source will. Source will. Why even the unmanifest manifests? Bliss is the lubrication. Conscious sovereignty is the source will.
Yes. I think this was something so beautiful where Swamiji explained about what really means for you to be consciously sovereign. Conscious supremacy, where you are not pushed or pulled by your ups and downs. You are established with the identity that you are consciousness. And I think today we have learned some of the most beautiful truths, and it was very nice to see that all of you also enjoyed it, and each of you have shared whatever you understood. Tomorrow, we are going to be having a very, very beautiful day where we are going to be learning about enriching karma and how you can break free from karma. Tomorrow, we are going to be having a very powerful initiation, the Apyayana Diksha, where you will be receiving the initiation to enrich. And for that initiation, please do bring a white cotton thread. Please bring a white cotton thread, which is applied, which turmeric has been applied on it. And please bring that. So tomorrow is going to be a very, very important day, a very beautiful day as well. Do not miss. Go to the chat, take the link, and you all can grab your gifts for today from there. All the sacred secrets that you all learned today, further information on that, answers to your questions, satsang links, everything can be found there. So please do go take the link from there. All the participants, we request you all to head to that link.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just realized that my sound had not gone through. I was just saying that for today's gifts link is posted for all of you in your chats. Please take a moment. And Shane Denizere, thank you so much for notifying that the sound wasn't there. I apologize for that. You all can take your gifts. It's there in each of your chats now. Please take a few minutes and you can claim your gifts. That's the first and most important thing that we wanted to share.
In the gifts, you'll find the further revelations about today, like all the subjects that we learned today, the question and answers, or more about astrology, books on astrology and astronomy. You will find all of that in the gifts section. So please do go to the link, and you can claim your gifts from there. So take a you have headed to this website, you will see the as soon as you go, this is the home screen you will see. And if you scroll down, you can find all the gifts that are needed for today. You can learn about the conscious supremacy and the different subjects that we learned today. You will see each of the books embedded there. You can have
some of the most exciting ones are right over here about the Hindu cosmology, secrets of Hindu cosmology, longevity. And here you can see for each of the moon signs of yours, you have a book here. Go ahead and click this and you can download it. All of these are for you completely for free. Swamiji is gifting all of these. You are going to be learning about the conscious supremacy, the Vedic astrology, Surya Siddhanta, Hindu cosmology, and for each of your moon sign, what should be the kind of thought currents you should cherish, everything in detail. And don't worry, all these are completely authentic as per the Hindu scriptures. So you can just be worry free and download it, enjoy it. You also have the homeworks, the assignments, so that you can have the best experience from today. Take a few minutes, go to the link and download it for yourself. Milind Padkaya is asking, amazing Ma, how do I find my moon sign? Please just check online based on the birth date, put it in any Panchang websites. It'll give you the time and the date you were born, the exact Rashi, it's called as Rashi or moon sign. So you can just identify which one belongs to you. So they're in Sanskrit, then you can find the English equivalent of it, because these are completely different from what we identify. Like, I have seen there are some Western concepts of the same thing, which is based on the birth months, I believe. But this is not based on that. This is based on your birth time. So just check on that and you would be able to enjoy the gifts every day. Actually, every single day, all of you have been sent these gifts, homeworks, gifts via your email. So if any of you have not received your gifts any of the days, please make sure you let us know. By sending your email IDs, we would ensure that you are receiving your gifts. But right now, directly go head to this link, download it, and have a great day. Enjoy. One more request I have for each one of you. I know each of you are having such an amazing day. I can see white smiles and gratitude messages. and, especially learning such amazing, powerful cognitions. Now extend this. Understand, if you learning itself is so joyful, when you enrich another life, other being, and they also sit with you and learn all these, the experience you will be having is phenomenal. So take some time, reach out to more people, enrich them. Now with this, we come to the conclusion of today's day. Let's conclude this day with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyanandam. For all the participants who had requested for the volunteering link, please stay tuned. Our support desk team will be posting that very, very shortly. Thank you. Let's meet again tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nithyanandam.